Hi guys. During the course of my work as a Rolfer, I meet some people who have heard of Rolfing and some people who have never heard of the word. And they then ask me, what is it exactly that you do as a Rolfer? I'm trying to sum that up in a matter of a few seconds, let alone minutes or hours, is sometimes challenging. I would say from the experience I've had with clients and seeing the results is Rolfing is a way to liberate and emancipate an energy that has often become atrophied in the body. So we come into the world and we're conditioned by society, by our education, by our experience, religious beliefs, even where we're brought up, whether it's in the open expanse of countryside or is it in the density of a city. So there's these underlying conditioning imprints, I would call them, that become imprinted in our psychobiology. We tend to settle for a certain shape that represents our existence in the world. And sometimes that shape is not doing justice to the potential that one has. You'll often hear Rolfers talk about the word aligned, to have this aligned, that aligned. But I like the word aligned because if you break it up, it's a, lie, end. And I think that Rolfing, in my experience again with clients, it certainly brings up that realization. It's when the lie that we've been led to believe around our capacity and our own potential, when that lie ends. So a lie ends when you are experiencing the Rolfing process. Yes, people come because they have different ailments like backache or shoulder issues, and I've worked with a plethora of professional athletes when I was working with the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Coyotes. I've worked as part of the dance faculty at ASU, teaching movement and whatever. But I've seen that the greatest burden that people have to carry is the unexpressed life. It's like as if they've been tamed and they have forgotten parts of themselves. They only live in parts of their home, which is the body. And this forgetfulness has created a type of amnesia, and they've forgotten the reason for their being, why they came here. So for me, Rolfing is a three-dimensional excavation into body, mind, spirit. I would say it's an evolutionary process for the person. It's deep, and some people recoil from it because they say that hurts. And I would safely say that I've never had anyone on my table that has experienced severe pain or discomfort. But I will say that I've accompanied people to find the edges in themselves, because in order to see the horizon of possibility, we always have to go to the edge. And if we stay inland and believe that that's where we live, then we will fall into the trap of that lie. So Rolfing is accompanying an individual on the journey home to themselves. So it's much deeper than just fixing people or addressing neck or shoulder issues or the mechanics of the body. But for me personally, it is. We can do that type of thing, and it's very effective in those arenas. But I do believe that it's a life-changing experience in a way that it changes the inner landscape. So we have a more expansive perception of our reason for being. And that sounds pretty deep, but That's what's on offer with the Rolfing process. And I welcome people who are tired and exhausted and willing to embrace the truth of their own cause, their potential, and seeking to act on that and to move forward into a bigger description of their, as I said, their capacity. So over the next while, I'm going to speak more about Rolfing, not about the techniques of Rolfing, but for me, what my practice involves and what I offer clients when they come to me for a 10 series. I do thank you, and I look forward to speaking to you soon again.